Hello everyone. In today's episode, we are going to design a flyer from start to finish. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so you are once again welcome to this episode. Actually, I was glancing through the internet where I just spotted this flyer here. So I just decided to share with you the step-by-step guide on how you can actually duplicate a flyer that you see. Okay, so as you can see, this is the flyer. So we are about to start designing. All right, so first thing what you need to do here is we need to lock this flyer here, okay, so that when we just click, it will not drag it out of the drawing board. Okay, so first we select this flyer, we go to object, then we come all the way to lock, then we lock it. So it means that we can't actually move it. Okay, so now let's begin with the real design. All right, so first we are just going to begin with this one, but before we start, I just want us to take a look at the background. You see this background is having these stripes at the background, so we are just going to take a quick look on how we can actually get these stripes actually created. Okay, so first what we need to do, come to the toolbar here, then we just click on this line tool here. It's called a freehand tool. Okay, so when you click on it, let's just click, hold your control key whilst you click at the end, so you just get this line here. Okay, all right, now when we look at this color here, it's a little bit faint, but when you look at this our line here, it's a very thin and actually bold. So what we need to do first, we need to increase the line width. So let's choose something like 1. I think 1 is small. Let's go to 1.5. Let's try 2. Okay, so which I think 2 is okay. And you can see the color here is gray. So let's just come to our color panel here. Then you right click to select a color. So you right click to select a color. Okay, all right. So now what we need to do here is let's try to adjust this one. Let's just mimic it a very long. Now what we are to do here, we need to duplicate it. Okay, so what you need to do, just click on it, hold down your control key and your mouse, then you move it forward. Okay, so if the space there is okay, then you right click on your mouse to duplicate. So once I just right click, I've duplicated it. Okay, so here we want to repeat the same process. So what we'll do here is you use your control plus D. Okay, so control plus D just to give you the duplication that you want. So you see we are just getting it nicely. All right, so I think this should be okay for now. Let's try to increase more. All right, and you can tell that our line here, actually the space in between here doesn't look that big. So what we need to do here is select everything, come to the line point here, and let's reduce it to 1. Okay, 1 will be a little lighter, which is okay. Now let's group it. So you right click and you just click on group. So it means that we have just grouped this line here. Okay, all right, now we need to get the size of this flyer here is A5. So the A5 is 14.8 by 21 centimeter. Okay, so in some of the Corel version, once you double click on this as a rectangle tool here, it will automatically create the rectangle for you. But in the case whereby yours is not working by this action, just draw the line, come to the top here, and then you put 14.8 by 21. You will get the same size. And the reason why I'm just getting this one is I've locked them together. So what I need to do is I have to unlock the ratio. Then we'll try again 14.8 by 21, which is now perfect. Okay, all right. So now what we need to do here is we need to actually power clip this line here into this particular one here. Okay, so what we need to do here is select this one, then we go to object, then you come all the way to power clip, then you just click on place inside frame, then you just click here to place these lines that we create inside this particular frame here. Okay, so now let's go inside and edit it. So you just click on this edit button here, then you actually have the ability to see this one. So what we need to do here, let's stretch this one. The reason why I'm doing that is I just want the space actually look a little bit increased. Okay, so now hold down your shift key, then you drag it to the top, so the top also will be what, expanded. Okay, all right. So now what we need to do, we need to slant it. So select it first, come to this rotation here, and let's try -45. So this is actually how it's going to be. Now we need to drag it and place it inside like this. You see, very nicely. All right, so once we are okay with it, just click on this one, finish. Then here we are done with the background. Okay, all right. Now let's put it here. Now let's toggle the artwork that is on this flyer. So here, what we need to do here, we need to create this particular side here. So I'll use circles. Okay, so just come to your ellipse tool. Let's just hold down our shift key whilst we drag. Sorry, hold down your control key just to get accurate circle. Okay, with the same width and height. Okay, all right. So here, what you need to do here, drag it to match this particular one. Okay, remember, we are just making a duplication of what we have on our screen. So let's just do it nicely. Let's still drag it. Okay, it should be a little bolder. Let's drag this one here. Okay, based on the softwares that are used to make this design actually, so everyone with how, so here what we do here is, I don't want it to be exact as this one, so getting it this way is very okay for me. But if it's not for you, we can still what, drag it. Okay, we can still drag it. There's a way to get it done nicely, but I just choose to use the circle here. Okay, all right. So let's assume this is the very first one that we want to do. Now from here, you could see that we have a line here. So we duplicate this circle here. You right click, copy, you come outside here, then you click on paste. So it will paste on top of this. So we'll drag it down here, okay, to create this second line here. Okay, so we just bring it down. Then we drag this handle, okay, to go out. Okay, so now we have also gotten this space here. Let's try to adjust it a little bit. All right, so I think that's okay. Now we are left with this design here. Let me push this. Let me push all the two up a little bit. Okay. All right, something like this, which is cool. All right, so the next one we need to paste the circle again. So Control V to paste. So this time around we move it down, okay, to this side. All right, then we just extend it a little bit to the end. All right, then from here we'll duplicate it. So with here I will just click, hold, drag it inside here. Then I will right click to duplicate. All right, okay. So here what I need to do here is I just have to adjust the handle at this point. Okay, let me just see. I think I'm getting it. That's okay, fine. So now we are actually done with this whole thing. But with here we need to cover this side. So you come in, then we go in for our rectangle tool. Then we can draw a line from here up to here. Okay, let this one go out. It doesn't spoil anything. Okay, all right. So now for us to get this shape out, we come down to our toolbox here, click and hold to reveal these tools here. Then we go in for smart field. Okay, so just click and you can see we are actually getting there. So just click here also. All right, so the next thing we need to do here is we click this one, we click this one just to create that thing. We click this one. I think this one is a little bigger, but I think that's okay. Let's try to adjust this one a little bit to the top. All right, okay, that's okay. Then we go in for our smart fill again. We click to fill, we click to fill. Okay, all right. So here we could see we are actually done with this one. So let's just delete the circles as we don't need them again. All right. Now what we need to do here is let's delete the rectangle. Now select these two together. Okay, these two will just come out. Then you just click weld to join them together. Okay, then let's do same to these two. We go to weld, we do same to this one also. We go to world. Okay, so that's it. All right, so from here we can actually adjust it if we think it doesn't actually fit, but hey, this okay. All right, so the next thing we have to look here is how we can actually get this one also. So this one, I'm just going to use the freehand tool. Okay, so you just click. Once you click, you get this line. So when you just come to the end here, you double click to what? Continue the line. So I'll just come all the way down here to double click, come to this side also to double click, and just close it here. So with this one, what I just want to do here is I just have to use a tool called the shape tool to actually give this kind of curve and stuff. So just come to your shape tool here. Then what you need to do, click to select everything. Then you just click on this one, convert to curve. So once you've done that, just come anywhere here, drag, and I'm just going to snap it with this one. So I just want it to look very snappy. So I'll just click here also, and what I'll just align it nicely here. So let's just adjust it and see if things are not falling in shape. All right, so I think everything here looks okay. All right, okay. Now what we need to do here is let's work on the colors. Okay, let's work on the colors here. All right, so the colors that we are using for this one is two colors. So let's just create this one. Let me duplicate it. Then I'll just go in for my eyedropper tool to get this color. So this is color 1 and color 2. All right, so these are the colors that we will be using. If you are using the current version of CorelDraw, you could actually have it appear here. Okay, all right. So now what we need to do here is let's click this one and let's come here, click hold, and just pick this tool. It's called interactive fill. Click it and hold down your shift key or your control key, then drag it from the top to down. Then let's try to fill it with the red one, which is this very one. Then with the top here, we choose this very color here. So this is actually how it's going to be. I'm just going to drag it inside a little bit just to give me that kind of black shady. Okay, then from here what we need to do here is with this one you could see that the line is here. Don't worry, let's just select these two curve here, then we right click, we go to order, then we bring it to front. So you see that this line actually will go back. Okay, all right, so now we need to get these same colors here. So what we do here is whilst this one is being selected, come to the down here, you see this fountain here, just click and drag it onto this. It will just give you the same color. Okay, let's do same. All right, so with this one you could see that the deep one actually comes here. So what you need to do here is click this very one here, click on your interactive fill here. You see these two will come, just click on reverse fill. So you see that we have the same thing here. All right, good. So now we are getting there. All right, so the next thing we need to do here is select everything. Let's just make a duplication. So it's a Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Then we drag it out. Okay, so now we just have to check this side also. So here, what we are just going to do here is to flip it. So we'll flip it. Yes, we'll flip it like this. Then you just click on it once to get these rotation angles. Then what? You rotate it. Okay, very nice. So we drag it and let's put it on it and see if it matches. Okay, just click again to bring these rotation angles. Okay, let's see. I think we are getting there. Okay, all right. So now I think that's okay, but let's just drag it down a little bit. I could see it a little bit close. So I think this okay. Let's rotate it a little bit more. All right, so this is actually what? Perfect. Okay, so let's just drag it up a little. We need to drag it down like this. Okay, remember we are just making same copy of the design, so let's just maintain it this way. All right, so now we are done with this. We are done with this one and everything. Okay, so now we are left with these circles here, which is very easy actually to do. So go in for your ellipse tool, draw a circle by holding down your control key just to get an accurate one. Let's drag it and bring it inside here. Let's zoom it out. You zoom it out by the ruler in between your mouse. Okay, that is actually what you use to zoom in. Okay, so now let's see the size. I think the size here looks okay, because when you look here, we are having the same size. So here, what we do here is we want the same fill. So what you need to do, click on any of these. This option actually will drag and place it on it, and automatically we are done. Okay, so here what we need to do, we duplicate. Okay, so we go to copy and we paste it. Okay, once you paste it, it will fall on top. Just drag it by holding down your control key so that it will be in line. Okay, so I'll do the rest by just using the right mouse to make a duplication. Okay, all right, so now this is actually how to do that. So here we don't need the outline, we get the outline off. Okay, all right, so now the next thing I want us to take a very good look at is this particular design here. So this is what I'll do. Click on this one here, then we just click on this particular one. Let's drag it down here. Okay, let's drag it down like this. Then you right click to duplicate. Make sure that it's aligned with this, so the lines that you're about to do actually is going to work nice for you. So here what I'll do here is I'll right click and I'll group it. Okay, so I'll just go in for my freehand tool, then I'll just click here. Okay, as I just want to get the same curve and stuff, so double click and just end it here. Okay, all right, now let's give it a red outline by right clicking on the color. Automatically it gives the outline a fill. Okay, so now let's zoom in a little bit and select everything, then we convert it to curves. So just click here. Okay, let it fall on the line so that it will be a little bit of uniqueness. Okay, so let this one go by the line. So I'll just drag this one just to fill. All right, so that's okay. So from there, this particular one that we just duplicated, we'll delete it. We don't need it again, because we want that one to be a guide so that it will actually flash with this particular one here. All right, so now if you look at this line here, you notice that it's actually in break, but our own actually is not in that form. So what we need to do here, let's go to our outline option. Let's go for 1.5. Then let's come to the breaking line here. Scroll through. Okay, then we could actually pick these ones. All right, okay. So this is what I'll do. I'll drag this one down so that we could actually see the effect. So from here, we are seeing that it's not all that what we want. So what we need to do here is we need to bring the outline option out by pressing the function key F12. Okay, F12 automatically bring this outline pen option here. Okay, all right, so from here we just send the dash to center. So you see that now here and here are all the same. All right, let's try to make it round and stuff. Okay, you see this one is not round, but let's try to make it round. Then we just click OK. So once we click OK, let's just drag it. Let's just hold down your control key and let's drag it. Okay, don't worry if it doesn't fit with that one. It doesn't spoil your design. Okay, all right, so now we are done with this one. Now if you look at this side, let me just bring this one here. You see these options and stuff that we have here. So this is what I want us to do. Let's unlock the main image that we lock. Okay, so let's go to object, then come all the way to lock and just click on unlock all. So now we could actually move this image out. Okay, so you could actually see what you have created so far. Okay, all right, good. So now one will ask, how can we get rid of this? Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay, so now the very first thing I just want to do here is I just want to delete this borderline. Then I'll bring this one in. But before that, I just want to remove the outline for this ones here. So when you select it, you could just go here and go none. It will just remove the outline. Okay. All right, so here after we have bring this picture out, but it seems like we forgot to draw this line, which is very easy. So here what I'll do here is I will just press P to center the image back. So what I'll do here is I'll go in for my rectangle tool and we'll just get this line here drawn. Then after that we need to fill it with the same color that we have. So we click and we what? Fill it. All right. Okay. Good. Now let's drag it out here. Okay, so you could see that we are actually getting the same design here. Okay, all right. So now what I just want us to do here is let's just bring this background. So by pressing P, it will actually come to the page automatically. Okay, so now let's just go in and try to increase the line a little bit. So we just click edit, select the lines. Okay, then let's just change it to 1.5 or 2. Okay, all right, so I think the 2 is okay, but I just want it to be a little lighter. So let's just right click on this hatch color to actually change it. Okay, now let's go back and see. All right, so I think it's actually what's coming out. Okay, good. All right, so now the next thing we need to do here is I think we need to a little bit tone it down, okay, compared to this one. So now let's go back, edit, select the whole thing, come all the way to bitmap menu, then we just convert it, change it from 300 to 150, as we don't want it to be that kind of heavy. Okay, otherwise it will make your files look very slow. So I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. Okay, something like this. Then I'll use the transparency tool, which is this one. Just click on this uniform transparency and let's just give it something like 10. Okay, then we click finish. Now let's go. I think this looks perfect. All right, good. Now from here, what we need to do here is let's remove this outline for this particular one here. So you go to the outline pane, then we go to none. Okay, let's click on this one again. We go to none. So now let's group these two together. So just click, right click, and just click on group. Okay, all right. So let's see if we have grouped this one. Let's group them. Okay, we right click or Control G to group. Okay, you see I've grouped them. Okay, good. All right, so select this one and this. Okay, let's forget about this. With this one, let's power click this one inside the background here. So you select it, you go to object, you come all the way to power clip, then you just click place inside frame. Then we click here automatically. You see that this one I've actually get into the frame. Okay, it is very, very necessary. All right, okay, good. Now what we need to do here is let's try to bring in the image for this background and stuff here. Okay, so what I'll do here is let me just bring the images in from my other screen. So I'll just drag them here automatically by the way of importing. Okay, all right, so with this one you see that my image here looks a little bit different. Okay, actually it's not always about having the same image. Okay, it's just about how you could actually gather the momentum to actually get the design done. Okay, so here I'll put this particular image in here. Okay, or yes, let me just put this particular image here. So what you need to do here, select the image, go to object, power clip, place inside frame. So we just click here just to place it into this particular frame. We go to edit, we just click and hold down your shift key whilst you want click and drag, so it will what expand the image for you. Very, very important. Okay, all right, so now let's try to adjust it a little bit as I want the buildings actually to be shown more. Let me just click the top here and see. All right, so I think that's okay for me. I'll just click finish. Okay, so we are done with the first one. So let's remove the outline. So you go here, you click none. Now with the background tool, let's remove its outline. We just click, we go to none. Okay, all right, good. Now we put this image here. Okay, let me actually show you another way how we can actually put this image here into this container without you going to object. First, click the image, then your right click mouse, okay, click drag, not the left, the right, click hold and drag and bring it inside here, okay. Then once you release it, you get these options: move here, copy here. So power clip inside, so you click power clip inside, then you see that it will actually fit in. If you haven't selected the image very well, or maybe the particular object that you want the image to be power clip inside very well, it will not work. So if you know that you could have issue with your mouse or stuff, please kindly use the long method here, okay, by going to object, power clip, and you just select this one, okay. All right, so now let's go inside and adjust it. So we click on edit. Then here, what we need to do here is let's expand it a little bit, and let's just make the beautiful side actually appear like this. All right, so here what I want us to do here, I just want us to blur this particular image here into the background. So to do that, we pick the transparency tool, you click and hold, then you drag it to the top by holding down your control key. So here we could actually bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down because I just want the image to fade in. I want the top actually to fade in more. So this is actually how I want it to be. Just click finish and let's take a look at it, and you see it's inside very, very nicely. Okay, good. Now I think we are almost wrapping up. Okay, all right. So the next thing I just want us to walk through is how we can get these images. Okay, with these images, you could actually, with the icons, you could go to a site. Actually, the site is called flaticon.com. They have all kind of icons. Okay, you download the PNG one. Okay, so this is the site name. It's called the flaticon.com. All right. Okay. Now I have downloaded these objects here already, so I'll just bring them in as image, and I'll show you how we can convert them to an object that we can actually fill. Okay. So let me just grab that one from my other PC. So I'll drag it in, and I'll place them here. So the first one here is the 24 hours. You see that I've just gotten a different this thing all together. So here, what we need to do here is first we need to get the vector form of it. So with this one is a PNG, okay, which the image you can actually give it a fill. All right, so what we need to do here is just click on this particular image, come to trace bitmap. Once you just click, come all the way to outline trace and go to line art. So when you click on it, just wait for it, it will do its own magic. Then it will show you how the duplication one or the design one actually is going to be. You can actually adjust them by here. I will just click OK. So once you click OK, I can drag this one out. Now I can give this one a fill. You see, nicely. Okay, good. So now let's delete this one. And what I will do here is I'll minimize this one by dragging the side. And I just want them to have the same size. So I will just come all the way here and type 1.4. Okay, then you type 1.4 again. All right, so now we change it to white. Then we drag it inside here. You see, very nicely. If we just want to see if this one have fall into the center of this very well, hold down your shift key and just select the background. Press C for center and E for what? Horizontal aligning. Okay. All right, good. Now let's move on to the second object. I'm just going to do it step by step so that you could actually memorize the step very well. You come all the way to trace bitmap, line art. All right. Now we click OK. We drag this one out. We delete this one. Now you remember that the size that we give to this one is 1.4. Now there is a way we can lock it so that when we just give one, it's going to take effect for all. So here you see this padlock here. Just lock it. then we just change the size to 1.4. So automatically this will change. Okay, then hold down your shift key, click this one, C to center and E to align it in the middle. So we change it to white, and I think this one has to be here, so we drag it to here. All right, okay, good. Now let's go on to the next one. As I said, I'm just doing it one after the other so that you could actually get the steps very well. All right, so we click OK, then we change it to 1.4. I can select what is here. I can select here by holding down my shift key, C to center and E to bring it through. So the shortcut actually at times helps you. Okay, all right. This one, if it's something like I'm doing a design and stuff, I will just be using the shortcut. Okay, by the purpose of these tips or this video, I have to do it the easiest way so that you could actually understand how you could actually do it. Okay, so I'll drag this one, I'll delete this one, I'll just click here, go for 1.4, enter, then I'll select this one, C to center, E to bring it to the middle, then I'll just give it a white fill. Now from here, select everything here, then you right click, then we group it. Now hold down your shift key and click the background. Okay, then C to center. We just want to make sure that the space that we are having here should be the same space that is also here. Okay, all right, good. Now we are done with this one. Okay, now what is left here is just the text. So with the text, actually you know how to get the text done and a whole lot. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to move forward by just adding the text and stuff. But let's just remove this outline, and now you could see that we have actually duplicate this same thing here. Okay, so it left with the text. All right, so with the text here, as I said earlier, I'll just fast forward it and paste the text that we have. So as you can see, this is actually the text. Okay, so now let me just show you how you could actually do this. You see, this one is one line. What you need to do here, once you double click it, you'll be in for edit. So you could actually highlight a particular portion that you want to change the color for. So you could actually do that. Let me just choose green, and you could see that I have actually changed this one. So this is actually how this one actually was done. Okay, all right, so with here, let's see the size. I think everything looks perfect. Okay, so we can actually reduce the size a little bit to, let's say, 8. All right, so now when you reduce it to 8, you have to align them back again. Okay, so I will undo. That one is just up to you how you really want the design actually should look like and stuff. Okay, spacing actually is very important. Okay, so now what we need to do here, now you can compare this very one and this one, and you can tell that everything actually looks exactly the way they are. So F9 to view full screen mode. And guys, this is actually how we bring this lesson to an end, and I hope you have actually enjoyed every bit of this lesson. So all what I need from you is like the video, share, comment, and save. Okay guys, so till then, see you in the next video.